Well, hey pals, welcome back to Peeps Wax Packs and welcome to a quick edition of Peeps Pickups. I've made one pickup that I want to show you today. It's kind of a doozy. I can give you a little backstory as to how I got there. But first, I want to provide a little context with some surrounding examples of some Bowman. And I've still got the North Stars pennant in the background. We got the Bob Bet Bake Box on our side today, and of course Dr. Rumney's pure tobacco snuff, mentholyptus. I don't know if you can see that over there. Without further ado, I want to show a card that I believe I've shown only once before, a couple of years ago perhaps, and that is the 1955 Bowman, number 179, Hank Aaron. This is one I've had this for a couple of years, a few years, and this is one of the first. This and the Willie Mays were two of the big targets for me out of this set. Actually love the design of this set. Some people would disagree, but I'm a big fan of it. It's super unique and unmistakable. Just has a great legacy in that regard. Look at the back here. It took me a while to find an example I was happy with on this one. You'll see a lot of these which will be well off center with the wood border, or sometimes you'll even see a registration line across one side or the other, but I thought this one looked great. The rounded corners don't bother me so much. I'm just psyched about the borders on this one, especially as it pertains to sort of being the television, so it makes more visual sense. Anyway, I love this one. I wanted to show this one, start off with this one. Moving on to 1954. 1 year later, I remember looking for a nice example of this one. That was a challenge. It's a beautiful card though, and I love this shot of Willie Mays in the dugout holding the bat. The kneeling holding the bat pose is one I've always enjoyed in a baseball card. And actually the next card I'm going to show is going to be not dissimilar. Anyway, this was a tough one. This one was not cheap, and I was just looking for surface on this card in particular, with this very dark background. There's just so many examples that have surface damage that I just can't get past visually. So in this case, what brought this to a 1.5 is there's a wrinkle here, and I'm sure you can probably see it, but it's sort of out of the way, so I was fine with it. It brought the price down into my budget. Anyway, just love this one. Here's the back. Probably the two greatest baseball players of all time. I'll stand by that right there. And next we have a card that allowed me, well, I guess let's back up. So the next card we have is going to be quite the jump. It is a 1997 Bowman Adrian Beltre rookie card. Now, I love the holding the bat, kneeling, in Beltre's case, near the cage or the bench, and similarly, you know, there's no cage obviously in the Willie Mays, but kind of a similar pose there. Anyway, Adrian Beltre, of course, first ballot Hall of Famer. I think we all knew that was going to happen. And I happen to have a few of these from sort of before I stopped collecting in the late 90s. And I had subbed them a few years ago. And got back, I think I got an 8, a 9, and a 10. And the 10, with this black border, turns out it commands kind of a premium. There aren't that many 10s in the world. And this is the 9, of course. But I was able to sell the PSA 10. And it got me a card I never thought I would be able to get into, necessarily. Now, for a little more context, the sale of the Beltre in the PSA 10 didn't fully fund what you're going to see next, but I happen to have, and I don't have another example to show, but I happen to have a different Adrian Beltre Bowman, a chromium card that also got a 10, and I've got a raw copy, which I'll get graded someday. But anyhow, the 10, I thought, you know what, I don't need a 10, and so I sold 2 Beltre 10s and a couple of other, like, I don't know, $25 or $30 graded cards, and it got me into something I wasn't looking for. It popped. It all kind of came together magically. So here it is. It's the 1953 Bowman Color Mickey Mantle. Just an absolutely stunning copy in terms of eye appeal, in my opinion. Now, there is some surface wear, but it's in this kind of faded blue sky, and it's, you know, it's sort of out of the way. Just a tremendous copy, and it was a new listing, and I jumped on it. Thanks to, in large part, Adrian Beltre. From Aaron to Mays to Beltre to the Mick. If that makes any sense, let me know. Thanks for coming by. Take care. How do you like that?